Thank you, Jason David Frey.
And Mr. Saban.
That's Tom.
And that's Chris.
How has Power Rangers lasted for 23 years?
And 22 seasons.
We have our theories.
So stay tuned.
It's PRNT time. Welcome, Rangers,
To this episode of
PRNT,
your source for all things
Power Rangers.
On this episode, we're talking about how Power Rangers has lasted so long, and we're going to talk about some of our own theories. First off, we're going to say Power Rangers, how has it lasted so long? It's a cookie cutter type of show, Chris.
And by that we mean, imagine a sheet of gingerbread.
Oh, my favorite.
And you have that little man cookie cut out to make gingerbread men.
Mm-hmm.
You plop it over and over on the gingerbread because it makes each gingerbread man cookie the same.
Like that, most Power Ranger seasons are exactly the same. Villain shows up, Rangers get their powers. Villain defeats Rangers, Rangers get new powers, Rangers defeat villain. So how's a show that's basically the same thing lasted this long?
Well, first off, I do have to note, most Power Rangers series are like that, but one that stands out to me that's not like that is Operation Overdrive.
Yes.
Yes, they have their villains that they fight and defeat,
Right.
but that's not the Operation Overdrive's purpose.
Okay.
They go out and they are finding artifacts to bring together the 5 crystals of the crown, in order to keep it out of the hands of the bad guys who will use it to destroy the world.
Okay.
But it's not the cookie cutter. They go in, fight, defeat,
And it's over.
go
type of
home.
thing.
Right.
They have an ulterior mission.
Exactly. They have a different drive.
So how has Power Rangers lasted this long? And to be honest,
We don't know.
we have no idea. Yeah. We do have some theories, which we're going to share with you.
I would like to note these are theories, not facts.
Right.
So we do not want angry fans saying, well, actually, blah, 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 blah. These are just our theories. We may be way off.
If you have your own theory, though, put it in the comment section.
Down here.
Or send us a message on Facebook and or Twitter, and we may address that in a future episode.
Definitely.
Yeah. One more note, though. In our opener, we said 23 years and 22 seasons. Any math major can figure that we're one short. So why are we one short?
Well, I mean, you could easily say they took a year off, but this was not technically the case. No. One of the seasons of Power Rangers, season 18, was actually just the remake of the first season. They did a little editing, puffy stuff.
Episodes, yeah. Shortened it down a lot.
Right. A lot of pow, zip, can, you know. But it was a remake, so we don't count that
as a new season.
As the 22 seasons.
Right. Yeah. So, finally to our topic of discussion, why has Power Rangers lasted so long? Our first reason, we think...
Nostalgia.
Yeah. Every 90 kid's favorite word. Nostalgia. And by nostalgia, we mean, of course...
us.
Yep.
Well, not quite us.
We're included, though.
We're not quite parents yet.
No.
But ladies, he's single. One day we hope to be parents, though, and part of the nostalgia is when we do become parents, we are going to show our kids Power Rangers.
Yes, we are.
From the beginning.
Because we'll still love it.
And we'll still have it available. Thank you, Netflix. Please sponsor us.
So, the nostalgia comes in, we like it, we're going to hang on to it forever, and we're going to want to show our kids what we liked as kids. So that's where Power Rangers is going to come in. adults our age now are starting to show their kids are starting to like it, and the cycle just keeps going on and on.
I hope to be old enough to see the 100th anniversary of Power Rangers.
That's true.
And I will be there in my wheelchair going, and die watching Power Rangers.
He would die a happy man. Alright, this brings us to our second theory, and that is called the Wannabe theory. Who among us has wanted to be Power Rangers? Yeah, okay. Anyways, we've all wanted to be Power Rangers. We've all had that dream.
Wait, hold on. That's right. Your hand's up now. Good job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Anyways, we've all had that dream. Actually, I had a dream last night about being a Power Ranger, as a matter of fact. But we've all had the dream of waking up one day and getting that call into the command center and being told,
"You are the new Power Rangers, and it is your turn to save the world."
So we think that that's one reason that we're driving force behind Power Rangers. If you texted us, first of all, we want to know how you got our numbers. But our text tones would be a very familiar theme to any Power Ranger fan.
Specifically the original series.
Right. And every time it goes off, there's always that hope, that excitement, that it's our turn to step up to the plate.
We would, sing it for you, but we do not want to be sued.
Right.
So
we're not going to.
we can't.
Right.
Yeah. The fact that we want to be Power Rangers is a big reason that it's still going on. It's still lasting. That again is another theory.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to our next theory. Saban, you are a marketing genius. All of your toys, all the costumes.
Mm-hmm. Just feed into that obsession of wanting to be a Ranger. You make it so we can be Rangers.
I fully believe that 80% of adults buy Power Rangers toys not for their kids, but for themselves. Because we want more.
If you like any Power Ranger site on Facebook, hopefully you like this one, you will see in your feed merchandising starting to come up. Sweatshirts, figurines. They're not geared toward kids. They're geared toward us. So Saban is infiltrating that market and just making us want more. So Power Rangers is never going away because we can relive all that nostalgia by displaying our favorite show on our merchandise.
Right. And for our final topic, we've said it a couple times already. We want more.
We can never have enough.
Never have enough.
No. We just don't. We just need more.
We need more. I'm
Right.
speechless.
Right.
How much more I want.
We can never have more. Yes, the show is the same, but they refresh it so often with new themes, new Rangers, new powers that we're always wondering, what's going to be next? So we're always going to want to know what's around the corner for Power Rangers.
Yeah, especially compared to the earlier series that lasted 60 plus episodes.
Right.
Season 1.
Mm-hmm.
It became repetitive. We could get a little bored, even though we love it.
Right.
The new Power Rangers, the way they do it now, they keep them short, sweet, and they just want more. If we stopped watching Power Rangers, they would stop making Power Rangers. So please, for the love of God, never stop watching. Alright, well thanks for sticking around.
There is one more thing we want to talk about, why we think Power Rangers has lasted so long. The spokesman for Power Rangers, the man himself, Jason David Frank.
I love you, JDF.
If you like his page, which hopefully you do, you'll see he travels the world, Comic-Cons, and he always posts pictures of his fans, his fan base, and he's proud to be a Ranger. And without him, without his continued support, and him fueling the fire, the Power Ranger fire in us all.
It definitely wouldn't have lasted.
It definitely wouldn't have lasted this long.
So thank you, Jason David Frank.
Thank you
for being you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, thanks for sticking around.
Uh-huh.
If you click here, you can like us on Facebook.
And if you click here, you can follow us on Twitter.
All right.
And our hope is that the power will always protect you.
Let's power down.
Thank you, Jason David Frank.
And Mr. Savant.
That's Tom.
And that's Chris.
And it's PRNT time. Do we have to redo this?
Yeah.
We definitely do now. Back to you, Tom. I'm sorry. I'm a loser.
I did the first time.
I'm a loser.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, we can keep it going. Yeah, just make
Welcome, Rangers.